This is the value you're gonna get from this video. I'm gonna show you how I used to create systems and how that led to so much overthinking, zero progress, mental overload, and emotion overload, which led to less critical thinking, less awareness, more overthinking, which led to less progress, which just ended up giving me mental breakdowns and hating myself. I ended up hating myself so much. Also, I'm gonna show you this system that I have created now that is so much better, and it removes all that anxiety. It helps me create systems that actually help me and that actually help me make progress towards my goals. And why should you trust my advice? Well, actually, you shouldn't. You should try it for yourself and see if it works for you. And maybe you wanna skip to the part of where I explain in detail the system. It will be timestamped in the description. And if you wanna go there, go for it. I'm gonna start explaining the story. Let's go. Let me start by giving some context on what was I doing wrong with my system development. So what I would do is have this vague feeling, this vague idea that, bro, if I'm able to do this, if I'm able to make this as a system, I'm gonna be able to improve so much. I'm gonna be able to make so much progress. And it seems so simple in my head, in my imagination. It seems so simple. Just do this, and it's done. I'm gonna make so much more progress. There's these benefits and these benefits and these benefits. But my process for doing that was all wrong. I tried to idealize the perfect system. I would imagine the perfect system, and if I couldn't do that fast and get it perfect on the first try, then it would be a failure. Then I would feel anxious. Then I would just feel paralyzed. I couldn't do it. And because I felt paralyzed and I couldn't do it, and I was trying to do it perfectly, that led to me feeling very anxious because I wasn't making progress on the things that actually matter. So it wasn't helping me create a better system either, because I wasn't actually learning about the system. I was idealizing. I was defining the perfect system that I don't even know how it looks like. It's like building a huge coding project without actually knowing how to code, without knowing the programming language. How are you going to code if you don't know the syntax? Well, you learn, right? You learn about the syntax, you learn about the programming language, you learn about how to code, the logic behind coding. You don't just idealize, what would be the logic of coding? You can do that to a certain point and try to make your hypothesis and then test it. But I just kept doing that for ages. Just check it, just study it, just learn. And how do I learn for systems? It's just trial and error, trial and error. I experiment. We go over here. I will experiment. I set a goal, an intention for the system. What does the system want to achieve? What am I trying to achieve with the system? Then I'm gonna create a quick hypothesis, like quick thing in my mind that I don't even write it down. I just think about it. What could I do? What could I do for this system? Then I create a quick hypothesis. A quick hypothesis on what can I do to get closer to creating this perfect system that I don't actually understand really well yet. How can I get closer? How can I experiment? How can I try to create something that's getting closer to it? The goal would be to get more information. The goal would be imperfection. Imperfection in the beginning, so that afterwards I can get perfection. After a lot of experimentation and reflection. So after I make the quick hypothesis of how I could kind of make something that could work, maybe, I'm gonna take action. I'm gonna try to do that. And it's really important here to not get influenced by perfectionism. Even if I feel fear, even if I feel discomfort, I need to push through that. And it's on step 3 where I had so many barriers, so many insecurities, so many fears, so many things. I call them mental barriers. Like, they don't let me do what I want to do. So that's why I reflect. This is really important. After I take action, I'm going to reflect about what I did exactly. I'm going to try to systematize it, meaning that I'm going to define what I did with words. I'm going to just write a text or a paragraph, trying to recall everything that I did, everything that seems important, everything that feels like is a thing that works. And after that, the goal here would be to gain awareness and really specify with a lot of detail what I did, the process that I followed. And then after defining all of that, I will have a much more clear vision on what I can improve, what I can experiment with, what do I need to learn to be able to continue creating this system. And of course, here I would iterate. And come back to step 2. I will generate a new hypothesis with the new information that I have now. I have new information because the path has been walked a little bit. It's like the GTA map, when you start, you don't have anything, like it's all gray. You don't have anything figured out. Well, this is kind of the same thing. And imagine that you're on a map, you just got in, and you don't know anything about this map. It's all so gray, and like you kind of know the direction of where you want to go in. You have a specific objective, a specific place you want to go in. But because it's all gray, you don't actually know how to get there. And the only way you can actually make progress is to walk. It doesn't matter if you walk to the opposite side. At least you know that you're walking to the opposite side, to the wrong side. And after you know what's wrong, you can understand what's right. But it takes trial and error. Now, you might have this feeling that this will not work for you. In the back of your mind, I've had it so many times, and I still do many times. Let me just close for a second. But before I get into that, let me just give you a little bit of something here. In step 3, what I also do is note down my questions. So, note down, I just take notes of things that I might want to learn. I take notes of of insights that I get. And really importantly, I note down the questions that I have, the gaps in my knowledge. If I define the gaps in my knowledge, then I can in a dedicated study session, I can fill in those gaps and learn more about specific concepts or topics that will allow me to create a better system. Now, I shouldn't consume every single information possible. I should consume what I want, what I need to build this system, or what I think I need for now. I shouldn't be consuming information just because, you know. But no, let's get back to that point. Imagine maybe you have this feeling in the back of your mind that, bro, something here is not gonna work. Wait, okay, blood is coming out of my nose. So I'll be right back. What the hell is this? Oh my god, bro. What? Okay, I'm back. It's getting really warm over here in Portugal, so this always happens. It's actually kind of normal. I don't know, where was I? Oh yeah, the feeling in the back of my mind that I felt always. There was some block here. I wanted my consciousness, me, personally speaking right now, I wanted to do something. But it was like it's like there's something invisible, bro, that I can't see, that just stops me, that deviates me, you know, derails me. I wanna go there, but I end up on the other side. It's like, I don't know, it's something weird. Well, I had to remove many of those barriers and unknown and intangible things to be able to get here and to actually be able to create systems and not get stuck or blocked or paralyzed. And I'm still fighting this. It's a constant battle of becoming aware of old habits and things that don't serve me. So how did I become aware of those things? It was just constant self-reflection and a lot of pain. It is painful. Progress is self-reflection plus pain, in my opinion. And it is painful, but it results in progress. And that's the only thing that matters to me, to be honest. Something that helped me a lot was getting to the root cause of this feeling. And the methods that I used were detaching from my emotions, detaching from my ego. And I learned this from Jocko Willem. This helped me so much to detach. Look at the big picture, step back. What also helped me was just writing down my thoughts, like a journaling. But not any kind of journaling where I journal and I put my emotions on paper and that's it. It's a bit more targeted. I have a purpose for the journaling. I want to find the root cause of this feeling. And there's many times where I think I found it, but it's not actually that. And so I have to keep doing that and doing that and doing that. Reflecting, going back, looking at the big picture. And after each reflection, I get closer towards knowing the root cause of this barrier that I have. And when I can clearly define the barrier, it just helps me so much more to make progress. To be honest, I don't know if I've been yapping like crazy over here, and I don't know if I've been actually helping someone with this video, but I'll just put it there and see what happens. I think there's something that I provided. There's some value that I provided, I think, in this video. But either way, right now I'm gonna move on to part 2, which is just me showing what I do throughout the day, time lapses of me working, what I eat, if I train, how much am I sleeping, am I going to school, how much time I'm at school, stuff like that, you know, more personal and raw content. I'm sharing my thoughts after each work session, after the end of the day. I'm sharing what I'm struggling with, what is my mind battling with, and stuff like that. So let's go. So I just woke up and it's 7:41 a.m. I planned to wake up at 3:15 a.m. So even though I put an alarm, I couldn't wake up. I was so unconscious. I barely remember how the alarm went off. So it was like I just woke up at 7 with even having this alarm and 2 phone alarms, well, at the same time. It is not very good, but at least I got some good sleep and I feel pretty refreshed because the past few days I've been sleeping like 2-3 hours, stuff like that. But the problem right now is not that. The problem is that I'm not prioritizing my time correctly. I'm working on stuff that I shouldn't be working that much time on. And I need to be prioritizing better. I need to be planning my days, my work blocks, because this is not good. And then when I'm executing on those work blocks, I'm not being productive. I'm wasting a little bit of time. I'm being like blocked, you know. So I need to do my focused tasks, and I also need to do my prioritization planning of the work blocks, of the blocks of time, and my time allocation for each thing that I need to do. For example, building spaceways, or working on my systems, or working on my YouTube videos, right? So yesterday I worked on my YouTube videos for like 3 hours. The problem is that I was so distracted with emotions and stuff like that I didn't get much done. And then, I mean, at the end of the workbook, I actually did get more stuff done, particularly with my systems and with things that I do, which is nice. But I could have been so much better. Then I meditated at 12, and even though I had coffee inside me, I fell asleep. And then I woke up at 1, and then I just said, bro, fuck it, I'm gonna go to sleep. Let's try to wake up 3. But I couldn't. And yes, as I said, I barely remember how the alarm went off. What now? What am I gonna do? Well, it's 7:43, so I'm gonna meditate for 20 minutes. I'm gonna take a cold shower. I'm gonna get to school. Then I'm gonna come back from school, go to the gym, and I'm gonna have to record 3 videos. Oh yeah, 3. From 2 days ago, from yesterday, and from today. It's gonna be wild, but here is where I'm gonna put in practice my prioritization and my planning, because I need to fix this. This is not good. I need to get my project done in less than 3 weeks, and I'm prioritizing YouTube right now, which is not a very good prioritization when I have a project that I need to get done in 3 weeks, you know? Okay, I'm gonna stop yapping, and let's get started with the meditation, and we will see what happens next. Let's go. Yo, so I just came back from the gym, and I'm gonna eat the meal that I cooked yesterday for dinner. So I didn't eat yesterday, and I'm gonna eat it right now. So yesterday I cooked the eggs. As you see, we have 12 eggs over here and sardines for the protein, for the fats, for the omega-3s. Every single day I eat the same thing. We've got the salad, a little bit for the flavor. We got some peanuts and a coffee and some salt. So let's get this done, and after this I'm gonna go to school to help for an event, and then I'm gonna go to the gym. Let's go. So I just came back from doing stuff. In the end, I didn't go to the gym. Right now it's like 7:40, almost 8 at night, and I left my home at 2:30. So it's kind of crazy. But I've been helping with an event that is gonna happen at my school tomorrow, and I had to do it. I mean, I didn't have to, but I offered, because not many people were offering, so I just went there and helped my 2 classmates. And then I went to buy some food. As you see over here, we've got some peanuts, some tomatoes, some avocado. Basically, the things that I eat. Only peanuts, eggs, avocado, tomatoes, onion. I don't know what else. But right now, what is the plan? The plan is to finish the meal, because I didn't finish it. We've got here some salad still, and the eggs here. I'm gonna add some peanuts as well. Now, I supposedly should eat dinner. Like, apart from this, I still have to get some chicken done, and some avocado, and something like that. But I think I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna work instead. And the thing that I'm gonna do right now is just do some admin work. Not admin, but some shallow work. Some things that I need to get done. For example, cleaning my room, and like not organizing, but putting back what I took to help on the event, or putting it back in my room and organizing it. Then I wanna have dinner, and then I am gonna have to record
I'm gonna get to record 3 videos or 2 for the YouTube channel, because I haven't recorded in 2 days, and I have all of that to record and to upload of the progress. That is something that has not happened yet to me, and like these like 3 or 2 videos on the backlog, but it is where it is. My sleep and my work time has been completely all over the place, and it is where it is. It has happened. So I'm gonna try to do that before I record the videos. I'm gonna have dinner and do all of this shallow stuff, which is not deep work. And then after recording, I'm gonna just keep working on Spacewise. And between that, like before that, I'm going to have like a logical analysis of my situation, of my priorities, and what I should be focusing on inside each priority. For example, like I'm gonna stop saying like. For example, I want to create the website. The thing is, should I just do it as quick as possible with AI because I have a very tight deadline, and then study the code, because I think that is much easier, much more effective. That's my belief right now. I might be wrong, but who knows? Or should I just learn while I do the code and experiment with stuff? The problem is that I don't know how long that is gonna take, and I need to get this project done 100%. So my guess is that I'm going to just work with AI, do it as quick as possible, and learn a little bit of the code, answer some questions that I have that appear in my mind, just to actually understand it a little bit, because understanding the code is gonna help me make better prompts and all of that. And I'm gonna stop yapping because, well, my arm hurts. But let's do it. Yeah, let's do what I do. Let's see you in a second.
Alright, so I just finished recording 3 videos. Not only recording them, but working on the process that I have. And well, right now the only thing that I need to do is reflect on this. And then I would just go to sleep, because it's 5:13 a.m. and I supposedly should be asleep right now. I have to wake up at 7, so I'm gonna sleep like an hour and a half. And but I feel okay right now, to be honest. Maybe because I drank coffee, I don't know, probably. But also because I'm actually enjoying improving at this. And the thing that I'm gonna do now is, yeah, reflect a little bit till 5:30, something like that. I'm gonna then sleep for like an hour and a half. When I wake up, go to school. And today is a big day of school, because it's like an open day where I can just walk around through the school and look at and just speak to many people and socialize. So that's very nice. And I will be sharing my thoughts on how this day went. My plan is to just go out of my comfort zone like crazy and speak to a lot of people, bro. I wanna push myself. I wanna, like, because I know if I don't do it, I'm gonna feel like shit. I'm gonna feel so bad if I don't do it. So I just have to. I have no other choice. Just speak to people. Just get to know them. Practice what I've learned in my social skills system. It's not actually a system. It's just a series of bullet points and things that I can do. I'm gonna actually practice this. I had an insight when I was making coffee at like 4 a.m. And if I ask, what do I know about this person in my head, when I'm having a conversation with another person, then I feel like I'm going to get many questions that I can ask. And even if I don't know anything, I literally can ask, bro, I don't know anything about you. Tell me about you. Tell me about yourself. I could ask that. I think that is a really good question that I can ask myself. But I will test it tomorrow, or, well, actually today now. And that is it. I did not have a crazy dinner. I just had some peanuts. I finished the eggs and the sardines and the salad. And I also ate a little bit of cheese. That is it. Yep, that is it for today. I really enjoyed this recording and this process of creating the video. Where is it? Like, I've done. I started with this, and then I went to this, and each time I improved my system a little bit. Like my process of creating YouTube videos, it became more clear. I reflected over it, and I followed this basically. So yeah, bye bye. Have a nice one. See you in the next video. Let's go.